I was in 6th grade. I had just moved to a new town in the middle of nowhere, and I knew no one. Me and my family moved around a lot. My dad's a pastor, so it's kind of what we do. When I went to the school, I had a lot of friends at first. I was the new kid, so everyone was like, new kid, must be friends with. But that didn't last for very long. There was a girl who super popular, really rich, really pretty, and her boyfriend broke up with her, and I was the one she blamed for it. For the first, I guess, 2 weeks, no girls would talk to me. No, it was a small class, so she kind of had everybody under her thumb. The guys were really cool, and they were like, it's fine, girls are just weird, but you're awesome. And I was upset, but I had the guys, and they were all able to make me feel like everything was gonna be okay and this would all blow over. But after another 2 weeks, the guys stopped talking to me. And at that point, I was alone. I didn't have anybody to talk to. I was in a town where I had absolutely no friends. And when you have your neighbors who live 2-3 miles apart, it's not like you can easily make more friends. So at that point, it had been, I think, another 2-3 months and no one was talking to me, and I was depressed. I wasn't doing well in school anymore because I didn't really want to try. And I wasn't doing any of the stuff that I loved anymore. And I told my mom finally what was going on, and when she found out, she told me, she was like, you can either leave school, you can stay in and see if things will get better. And I said, I think that I want to be homeschooled. And at that point, we left the school, and that was it. According to StopBullying.org, 1 in 10 students will drop out of school every year due to bullying.
So in 5th grade, someone had said something to me that now it doesn't make sense and it was petty and stupid, but at the time it hurt. They called me non-Slim Fast, and obviously Slim Fast is a drink to make you lose weight, so I took that as they were calling me fat. Well, my mom got involved in the situation and talked to the kid's dad, and it wound up ending. But then on the bus, I got made fun of too on the way to school, and I was called Miss Pig. And a pig is obviously something that's fat, so it was another fat thing. And I was really self-conscious of my weight, and I still am to this day because of what this kid had said to me. When I was in 8th grade, I got made fun of because I had told on someone for having drugs on them, and the guy's friend was harassing me the rest of the year into my freshman year of high school. And every time I walked by, he would say religious slurs to me because they knew I was a Christian. So to me, it was really hard to deal with all of this. And today, I still remember all those things that were said to me and how it made me feel. 90% of 4th to 8th graders are victims of being bullied.
When I was in 4th grade, some girl told me she didn't like my shot, so I pushed her down to the ground. We had to sit at recess for the rest of the week. The next day, her mom came into school with her and got in my face. She said, if you ever touch my daughter again, I will take matters into my own hands. Physical bullying increases in elementary school, peaks in middle school, and declines in high school. Verbal abuse, on the other hand, remains constant.
Life's too short to even care at all. Whoa. I'm losing my mind, losing my mind, losing time.
to know as a parent, peer, or teacher some tips to help when kids are bullied. You could build strong connections at home. You can emphasize that you're a good listener and just ask questions to help them find a solution. You could validate a range of emotion and help them understand that all emotions are okay, and just because they have a bad emotion doesn't mean that makes them a bad person. Lastly, you can avoid problem solving and try and ask questions that guide them to the answer themselves and let them figure it out on their own.
So let's face it, the things that were said to me were not really anything that was extremely hurtful, but it was the fact that someone I thought was my friend had said those things to me. And that's something that kids in elementary schools need to consider, is what they say and who they say it to. It still impacts me to this day about what has been said. Granted, it was however many years ago, but it's still something that is with me today.
Most of the time, no one really knows how to deal with bullying. I feel like everybody has so many things of what you should do to stop the bully that no one really focuses on the person that's being bullied. And we spend so much time on that, and we need to figure out that we need to focus on the kids that are being bullied, because after they're bullied, the effects stay with you for so long. With me having to drop out of school in a place where I thought I had finally found friends, and in a town where I didn't know anybody, it was pretty much terrible. I had no one, and I felt, even though I had my family, I had my mom, my dad, my sister, I felt alone, because friends are different when it comes to giving you motivation, and to have people that you think were your friends bully you exactly in your situation as well, to have that, it does something to you. So to stay with kids and tell them that those people that bullied you and said all those things about you and did things to you, that those people weren't your friends in the first place, I think will help with kids and help with that mentality and not holding on to the hurt and the things that they said, because in the end it's not really going to matter, because the people that you have in your life and that will stick around are the people that will never hurt you.
I learned from my bullying experience that if I dwell on what people say about me and the rumors people spread, that I can really miss out on some great friendships and things that I really love, like being on a team of girls who I considered my sisters for 9 or 10 years since I had started with these girls. And I just dwelled on the past so much, and it really got into my head psychologically, because I believed what they were saying to be true, even though I knew what had really happened. And I had to, at a very young age, I had to be put on antidepressants, which is completely unreasonable for the situation, but the amount of pressure and negativity they put in my mind, I couldn't do without. 3.2 million students will be victims of bullying each year.
1 in 4 teachers see nothing wrong with bullying, and only 4% will report anything.
Will you redefine the statistic?